I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, aka
your favorite fat zombies YouTuber, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Zombies Top 10. Last week, you guys got so upset. It was hilarious at reading the comments because you guys were like, wow, this guy's mentally handicapped. He's never played zombies in his life. He's an idiot. He's a retard. And let me just tell you, when reading the comments, I felt like this. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty funny. But anyways, guys, today in this top 10, I'm going to be reading your comments from last week's episode where I asked you guys to comment your favorite thing about Zombies Chronicles. So we're going to be going through some comments here. And also, guys, I want you to comment right now down below in the comment section your favorite map in Black Ops 3. And this is including Zombies Chronicles. We're going to be doing a top 10 best maps in Black Ops 3 next week. So make sure you guys comment that right now. I'm going to be tallying up all the comments and all the votes in order to make next week's episode. So if you don't vote, you can't get mad at me. I mean, let's be honest here. It's kind of like the election. If you don't vote, you can't get mad if Donald Trump's president. That's just how it is. So anyways, guys, let's get right into it. The first comment is from Games Before Hose, and he said, my favorite thing is the Papa Panzer raping me in the next gen mud and the Nova 6 crawlers farting on my dick. So anyways, yeah, I mean, the mud is pretty bad. I would agree with that one, but that's not really the favorite thing. I just thought this comment was funny, so I figured I'd add it in. The next comment is from Diego Diaz, and he said, I love how they brought back the fidget spinner in Ascension. Okay, are we just going to be reading funny comments here? Like, we need to get into some actual comments. Sorry about this one, guys, as well. Oh my gosh. All right, the next comment is from Will Brown, and he said, I think the best thing about Zombies Chronicles is we all wanted the M1911 as a starting gun, then they gave it to multiplayer right after. Oh, okay. I need a better editor because I'm seriously, these comments are terrible. They have nothing to do with zombies. Okay, I think we actually got one, guys. So this one is from AB2DII, and he said, my favorite thing about Zombies Chronicles is the 1.0 characters. So that is definitely something to be happy about. I think it was really cool to see the 1.0 characters that we ended up killing throughout the Black Ops 3 storyline. We actually got to play as them, which was really, really cool. I like how all the characters look interesting, and they all look like 1.0 characters, but just with better graphics. So that's definitely something to be happy about, and it was really cool to see in Zombies Chronicles. The next comment is from Skizzleaxe, and he said, my favorite thing about DLC 5 is the Regen Mark II. Although I'm not really a fan of the Regen Mark II, I think it is definitely something very, very cool to see. We got it in Buried or DLC 3 back in the day in Black Ops 2, and I think it was a great touch to add to Zombies Chronicles because now we can use one of the fan favorite ray guns in all the maps in Zombies Chronicles. So that is definitely something to be super, super pumped about. And the next comment is from Cosmic Cyborg, and he says, the best thing about DLC 5 are the 8 maps. So yeah, we got 8 maps. We got Noct, Farok, Shinonuma, Kino Derto, in Ascension, Shangri-La, Moon, and Origins, which are all great maps, and they're a lot of fun to play. Now, let's be honest, I'm a little bit upset that they didn't add in Mob of the Dead, but that's okay. That's besides the point. But I would agree that having 8 maps are awesome, and 8 amazing maps. All the maps are fun to play. Let's be honest, all Treyarch maps are pretty much good except for Transit, and if you get triggered by that, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm just being honest. And I think that it's great that we have 8 amazing maps to play whenever we want in Black Ops 3. The next comment is here from Game Essie, or Gamesy, and he said, my favorite thing about Zombies Chronicles is that it made Moon one of the best COD Zombies maps ever. So Moon was always a map that I hated completely. It was so dark, it was so gloomy, it didn't look fun to play at all, and it was just not visually pleasing. Well, now in Black Ops 3, when they added everything, upgraded the graphics, made it a little more intense, made the Easter eggs so you could do it solo, I think it added a whole new dimension to Moon, and it made it so much more fun for me to play personally, and I really really do enjoy playing it in my free time. So I would definitely agree with this comment, because Moon is now so fun, and it's probably my favorite map in Zombies Chronicles. So definitely I would 100% agree with this comment. Alright guys, the next comment is from Ralph Tyner, and he said the Galil. So yes, we got some awesome classic weapons brought into Zombies Chronicles. We got the Galil, we got the M16, and then we got some of the other guns that we got on previous DLCs sprinkled in there, like the PPSH, the FFAR, and a bunch of other stuff. So I think this is a great thing that they brought back some of the classic weapons into Zombies, and in Zombies Chronicles we got to use them. The MG08 was back as well, the Mauser on Origins, so it's definitely great to see some of these weapons that we got to use all the time back in the day being brought back into Zombies Chronicles. I definitely think this added a whole new dynamic to Zombies Chronicles and made it even better. This next comment kind of speaks for itself, and I totally agree with it, and it's from Jacob Malone, and he said, my favorite thing about Chronicles is the gameplay changes. Many may not like how they changed how the maps play, but I think that Black Ops 3 is much smoother and a better gameplay experience. And I definitely agree with that. Black Ops 3 has to be the most smooth game. There still are a lot of glitches and things like that that can be improved upon, but at the same time, Black Ops 3 was kind of like a perfect zombies game when you look at it from a grand scale. Now, I personally still think like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 zombies were the best, but Black Ops 3 was definitely more polished, and that's really what Jason Blundell and the Treyarch team was going for with Zombies Chronicles. The next comment is from It's Sure Threat, and he said, my favorite thing in Zombies Chronicles is the Baby Maker. So yes, they brought back some of the great classic wonder weapons. The baby gun, the 3179 JGB215 is by far one of my favorite wonder weapons ever in Zombies. We also got the wave gun or slash the zap guns on Moon, which was awesome to see. We got the thunder gun on Ascension and Kino. So it was really nice to see some of these great wonder weapons brought back. I think it's definitely a great thing to see. We even got the Wonder Waff on Shino Numa. We got the Thunder Gun on Noct. So it was definitely cool to see some wonder weapons being brought back. It was definitely a great thing to see. The next comment is from Trigga, and he said, my favorite thing is the nostalgia end of the story, the #1 best thing about Chronicles. So he really enjoys the storyline thing, and I totally agree. The storyline for Zombies is so important, and it's so cool to see the 1.0 characters play on those classic maps. Some of them have new quotes, which is really cool, about how they had seen this before, and we learn a little bit more sliver of, you know, storyline info when the characters are playing on these older maps, which is definitely really cool to see. So I definitely agree with this one as well. That added a whole new dynamic to the storyline. It was really cool to see them flesh out the 1.0 characters a little bit more so we could learn a little bit more information about them. The next comment is from Crown the Empire, and he said, my favorite thing about Chronicles is that you can do the Moon Easter egg solo, and I would definitely agree with this one. It's great to see another Easter egg that we can do solo. Now, it is kind of a pain in the butt when you have to switch between the QEDs and the Gurge devices. You have to hit the box a bunch, but at the same time, I think it's really good that they added in another Easter egg by switching it up a little bit so that we could do it solo instead of co-op. I definitely think that's a great feature that they added to Black Ops 3 Zombies Chronicles with Moon. I would have liked to see it on other maps like Shangri-La, for example, or even Ascension if we could do those solo, but it kind of is disappointing that we can't, but still definitely a very cool feature that was brought into Zombies Chronicles, even though it was just for Moon. The next comment is from Hyper Movies, and he said, I never got to play some of these maps. Now, while there are a ton of old Zombies players that love the nostalgia feel of these older maps, there were still a ton of players that started playing Zombies in Black Ops 3. So now that they get to experience them, it's definitely a really cool thing for the Zombies community in general, because we get to go back and play old maps that we've loved, and also we get to introduce those maps to the newer players who have a greater appreciation for what Zombies was way back then in World at War, Black Ops 1, even Origins. So it's definitely a really cool thing to see the Zombies community kind of go full circle in a sense. And the last and final comment is from Adel Al-Hazimi, and he said, my favorite thing is adding the gobblegums and the new perks to old maps. So now we can get Jug on Noct, for example. There are a bunch of new perks that were never on, you know, Shangri-La or Shino Numa or anything like that. We get to use those perks, and that's definitely something really, really cool. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this week's episode of the Call of Duty Zombies Top 10. Make sure you guys comment down below your favorite map in Black Ops 3, including Zombies Chronicles, because I am going to be tallying them up for next week's episode. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.